All right, so I used to spend 30, 40 minutes building n8n workflows from scratch. And now I just tell Claude what I want, and it actually helps me write the whole thing for me. Seriously, I give it a simple prompt like send a Slack message to a new lead when it fills out my form, and it gives me a ready to go .json file I can drop straight into n8n. There's no guessing, no dragging nodes, and no breaking stuff. And if you've ever struggled to build in n8n, or you're just not even sure what's possible, this one trick will save you hours and unlock way more creativity in the process. So in the video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Claude to build real working n8n workflows from a single conversation. So you'll see the prompt, the response, and how to import it, and then ultimately how to tweak it when something doesn't work the first time. So whether you're trying to automate lead routing, content creation, or sales follow-up, this shortcut will make you much, much faster. So let's go ahead and build it. All right, so I'm going to show you a hack that is actually all over the internet right now, but we've been using it for a while here at RevPilot. And basically what we're able to do is prompt Claude to actually create n8n workflows for us. So instead of needing to go directly into n8n and design the entire workflow yourself, if you're new to n8n or you're just trying to save some time, you can come into Claude and just speak to it and have it actually write the workflow for you. So I wrote this prompt, just real simple prompt here, but you guys can build off of this. So basically, we have, we want to build an AI agent. Your mission is to design, create, and provide the JSON file. You should follow the best practices that are up to date for n8n, and then the goal of the actual agent. So trigger when I receive an email. Use AI to read, analyze, and process the email. Decide to reply, ignore, or flag the email. If replying, write a concise, professional, and friendly email response. If the email needs to be flagged, mark a priority label and send a Slack message to me notifying myself of the email. And then ultimately, the output should be a full JSON file ready to import to n8n. So pretty straightforward. So all we're going to do is pop that in there, and you're instantly going to see that it is going to start processing this. And on the right-hand side, it will pop up and start writing that code for you. Now, there you go. So once this starts writing, it is in JSON. Now, you don't need to know how to write JSON because we're literally just going to copy and paste this into n8n. Now, while this writes itself, I want to note that ChatGPT does not do this very well. It's much, much better to use Claude Opus 4 for this, and you're going to get a better result. I've tried it with pretty much every ChatGPT model that exists, and it just doesn't do a great job at this time of being able to process the type of request over them. Now, the other thing is you may run into an error. So we'll copy and paste this. We're doing it live. So we'll copy and paste it in there. And I have a few hacks if you do run into an error of how to actually fix that. So if you get an error, the best thing to do is to actually screenshot the workflow, paste the screenshot into Claude and say, hey, I got these errors. It doesn't look like it's complete, so on and so forth. Now, this is a really cool hack for anyone that is new to n8n or, again, wants to save some time, because any n8n workflow that you see online that you don't want to build yourself, you can literally just screenshot it, put it into here, and ask it to recreate it, and it will recreate that workflow for you based on what it actually sees. And it does a very, very good job at the visual representation of a workflow from n8n. And you can find these workflows all over. I mean, people are posting all kinds of different versions and different ideas. Even my channel has some really cool different use cases for n8n in these situations. So we're going to give it a moment here. It is almost done. And then we'll paste it in there. Now, if you don't have an n8n account, I highly recommend go create one, start using this. I have another video on the difference between Zapier and n8n and when I would use each one. So make sure you check out that video, but we are done. So all we're going to do is click this little copy icon right here. Okay. So we're going to click copy. We're going to come over here to my n8n workflow, and then we're going to paste that directly into there. Okay. Now you can see that we have a couple different pieces here. And if you've never used n8n, this might look a little complicated. If you use n8n, it's pretty straightforward and simple, but I like to drag these and just space these a little bit better. So what we can see based on this is that we have the Gmail trigger right here.
It's going to get the full email. The best part is it names these really well. So this is actually a get message Gmail node. And then we're going to go into the ChatGPT model and it's going to analyze. Then it's going to process the AI response. Basically, it is parsing out this information to be as clear as possible. And then it is routing it based on the rules that we set, which is, basically if, well, what was it? I already forgot. So if we come back here, so if they should reply, ignore, or flag the email, okay? So it's going to parse it out based on that. Here, it's going to add the priority label and send the Slack message. Here, it's going to create a draft reply and then send the Slack message for conversation. Or if it's not important, it's just going to mark it as read. Now, you will see these little red triangles. And all we need to do to fix that is select our credentials and make sure that we have the correct credentials. So to be able to do that, we just need to click sign in. I think that went back here. So I'm just going to sign in to my Rev Pilot email. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. So boom, connection successful, and we're good to go. So now that little triangle will go away, and we just got to work our way through this and just select these items, right? So we're going to use GPT-4 in here. If you don't have an OpenAI account, I have other videos on the channel that shows you how to create that, but basically you just create a new channel or a new credential. You need a ChatGPT developer account, okay? And then we're just going to do the same for these, but these are already connected, right? So that is good to go. What this needs is what the message is actually going to be, okay? Now, what we could do is continue from here. You can just finish the workflow, but again, you can screenshot this entire thing and tell it to replicate it. Now, I wanted to show you that. So if we come in here, let's say you find someone else's workflow online that's completed, you can literally just come in here, click create new chat, and then grab that screenshot. That just went off my screen. Grab that screenshot and literally say, hello, here is a n8n workflow that I would love for you to recreate. Please analyze the image and write the .json code. Boom. And it's going to go ahead and write the JSON for you guys. And n8n makes it super, super easy to be able to do this. Now, the one last little hack I'm going to show you here is these three dots in the top right-hand corner. If you click on these, you can import from file. So anytime that you have a file, you can either duplicate old ones or like, for example, let's just use like this one right here. Boom. There we go. So it's going to pull in that entire workflow. So if you have a file already, amazing, or you can literally just copy and paste this into n8n and you can continue to build your workflows. Okay. So let me know in the comments if this video is helpful. It speeds up the process of building these extensively. Even for myself, someone who has built a ton of n8n workflows and has a lot of experience with it, it speeds up my workflow because I can get the entire structure, the entire base of it done, and then just copy and paste it into there. Okay. So it looks like this, recreated the workflow. So again, boom, you can literally just copy and paste, and you can do this as many times as you want. And look at that. It just, based on the photo, copied this directly over. And now I have that full workflow and it's actually connected, and we're good to go. So, let me know if this video is helpful. I'll be sharing a lot more other n8n videos as well as videos on clothes.com, HubSpot, CRM, sales operations. This video is specific for founders and operators that want to improve their sales process through AI, sales process, and technology. So I will see you guys on the other side.